And I think that one of the biggest issues for healthcare providers is that we don't monetize and we don't leverage the information that we understand and that we know. And part of the reasoning for that is because of how we were indoctrinated that, hey, everything that we have to do, we have to physically be in front of somebody. And to me, it just limits the reach of the information that you've paid a lot of money for to acquire, for you to be able to share it and distribute it out to much more people, which is how you can monetize it, right? Okay.
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you, as always, for joining me, my friends. Okay, so we're going to do another walkie-talkie episode. I love these episodes, to be honest with you. I feel like when I'm walking, my body is in momentum. My brain starts to turn on, and I just feel like I say good things. And honestly, you guys know me. I just like to have conversations with people. And I'm just bringing you on for this conversation of things that I'm thinking about. One of the biggest things that I feel as though we don't take advantage of as healthcare providers is understanding, like, okay, we paid much more money than the person that got their personal training certification on the weekend at Globo Gym, okay, all right? And we pay a lot more money and we feel like, hey, it might be justifiable because of the education that we receive. And I think that one of the biggest issues for healthcare providers is that we don't monetize and we don't leverage the information that we understand and that we know. And part of the reasoning for that is because of how we were indoctrinated that, hey, everything that we have to do, we have to physically be in front of somebody. And to me, it just limits the reach of the information that you've paid a lot of money for to acquire, for you to be able to share it and distribute it out to much more people, which is how you can monetize it, right? Okay. So I think we can all agree on that. Like, that is that's an issue, and that's a problem, and we're trying to fix that. So in this episode, I want to talk about, like, the different ways that you can distribute information, okay? I want to talk about the different mediums, the different platforms, and different ways that we can truly monetize this for the betterment of you and the betterment of other people, right? And so let's just make it really simple, all right? Think of how you consume information. So, like, right now, you're consuming this via audio, okay, right? You are on Spotify, or you're on Apple Podcast, or wherever this is, okay? And you're consuming this via audio. Audio is great. Audio is more than likely you're either on your toilet, you are driving your car, you are walking, and that's how you're listening to me, okay? And that's how some people want to consume their information, okay? Audio. Okay, number two is video, right? Video is where, okay, I'm sitting down, I want to see the mannerisms of this person. I also want to be able, especially if it's instructional, I want to be able to, like, walk through it. I need to use as many of my senses as possible. So with audio, I can't do sight, okay? But with video, I can do sight. I can hear the person as well. I can see their mannerisms. I can tell how authentic or inauthentic they are. I can tell that when they're saying something based on their eye movement, their mouth movement, if it's something they believe, it's something they don't. It's a different experience. Some people like, but it also takes more time. Like, I can't do video, I shouldn't be doing video in the car, right? I shouldn't be doing that, but it's just some different strokes for different folks, y'all. That's it. Some people like to consume video. Some people like to consume audio. Some people, they like to consume via written. That's what they like. They like to be able to consume via written. They want to be able to sit down. They don't want all the distractions. They don't want to watch a video on Facebook, but then they're getting distracted and then they go watch a cat video somewhere else, or they don't want to do that. So they want to be able to sit, they want to be able to read, they want to be able to consume the information. And we know that readers are leaders, and we know that readers usually consume at a higher level because they're more focused, for the most part. I'm saying all this to you because there's 3 different ways for consumption. And if you want to make money and you want to make impact from your knowledge, you must understand that there's different strokes for different folks. Some of us like to read, some of us like to watch, some of us like to listen. And it is in your best interest to give yourself an opportunity to hit all three groups of people. All three groups of people can be your clients, okay? It could be your potential client. Obviously, your potential client has to know that you're gonna solve a problem for them. They have to know that you have the ability to solve that problem. They have to trust you. They have to love you. They have to, know you. Okay, all that's true. But if they know you, they love you, and they trust you, and you don't give them a deliverable of how they want to consume, they will not buy your stuff. Not everybody wants to go through courses and watch videos. Not everybody wants to listen to audio trainings. Not everybody wants a book and to be able to write or to be able to read whatever content, whatever information that you have. But I know that they want one of them. So for every single thing that you do, are you turning, let's just say it's a video, are you turning it into an audio and are you turning it into written? With every single written that you do, are you turning it into audio and are you turning it into video? For every audio that you do, are you turning it into video and are you turning it into written? See guys, as I'm doing this is actually a video. Every single podcast I do is a video. It's a video and that video is put on some platform. Okay, now you are like, what platform? Well, guess what? You're on this platform. So you listen to it in audio, okay? Every single video that I do is also turned into written. It's a written piece of content, okay? So bare minimum, you guys, bare minimum, every single one of you should be able to, from one thing, you should be able to turn it into 2 additional types of medium that people can consume. Why? Because people are people, and some people like to read, some people like to watch, and some people like to listen. So if you take nothing away from this episode, please understand this. Understand that you need to make sure that every piece of content is actually 3 pieces of content. And you need to use, or you should use technology and AI to be able to do that. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish the last part of this episode telling you exactly how I do it. To make it very simple on you, okay? I use a platform called Descript, Descript, Descript.com, okay? And what I do is in whatever piece of content I do, for me, primarily it's video, okay? I just feel like I'm able to get out more, I'm able to share more, I'm able to just be freely myself. And what I do is I take this video that I'm doing right now, and I'm going to upload it into Descript. And then this is what it does. It gives me 3 options. I can turn it into a .mp4, which is a video. Then it gives me the option to turn it into a transcript, which is the written. Then it also gives me the option to turn it into a .mp3, which is the audio. Every single piece of content I do turns into 3. So this right now is a 7.5-minute video. Now I've got 22.5 minutes of potential content because I'm turning it into multiple things. If it's very small, I can turn it into a blog. If it's bigger, I can turn it into a mini book. If it's very large, I can turn it into like a workbook. 1 episode, got it? Okay, then I have this episode, it's into an audio. I can give that out for free, okay? I have this episode, it is a video. I can put that in a library for my community. And I can organize it in a way to where it's like, hey, this is falling under YAI, let's just say, okay, or content. I can put this under there. So nothing just stands on its own. Remember, that's how we've been trained. Time for money, time for money, time for money. So everything we do, it only values once. No. That's not how it works, okay? So keep that in mind. Understand that if every single piece of content that you do can turn into 3, how much more things can you put out? How many more people can you serve? How many more people are you now going to reach because you're giving them information in the way that they want to consume it? Something to think about today, all right? Love you guys. Till next time.